Hey, howdy and happy day. Homelessness, it's a problem in so many big cities. Small towns too. I mean, there's people sleeping under bridges and tents. There's tent cities everywhere. And all the left-wing liberal wackos are saying, help them, help them. What are we going to do? And they're camped out in places that disturb the citizenry in virtually every place, right? It's bad. What do you do? How do you do it? These people are constantly, people, not the homeless, I'm talking about left-wing liberals, they're constantly telling everyone else that they're bad because of this situation. I have a fix for it. Why don't you all go out, the Democrats, the Liberals, the wackos, the NDP in Canada, which is code for socialists, you go out and invite those people and their chance to come to your backyard or front yard and have them set up. Practice what you preach. You keep on saying that everybody should look after them. Why don't you kind of step up and do it? That's the fix. Put a dozen tents in your yard. Pelosi and all you other people, Trudeau and mayors of all the towns that are constantly complaining. Here's a fix for you. Do it. Show the world how nice you are. Hey, good luck with that. Progressives, they're attempting to do away with gender terms. I've talked about this before, and everybody knows this, and the word sex now is kind of part of the master plan. You can no longer use that word, right? What is the new wordage? I would be scared to even guess, right? But their plan is to turn the whole country into some kind of a screwed up pronoun. It's really what they're trying to do. And this pro-gender stuff, and President Biden's team, for instance, they're calling for the definition of woman to be erased and replace it with a term that can be used to identify both males and females. So you want one word to talk about two genders. It is good. Gender equality and woman's empowerment. That's what the Biden administration is talking about. Let's undermine God's creation of the two genders by redefining womanhood in all their diversity. What does that mean? All their diversity? Colors, I guess. Who knows? I mean, the term includes a full range of queer identity and expression, gender expression. The word sex and woman and man, there's so many different things. The Biden's administration is claiming that there are 40 different, actually more than 40 different variations of sex and intersex, and you can't categorize people as men or women because of all these differences, 40 some odd, right? Wow, can you understand it? As I've so often said, it's good if you can't, because then you'd be as nutty as they are. It just doesn't make any sense. We got to run over these people in terms of our brain, at least, run right over them. That's all. And move on to better and bigger things and almost ignore their stupidity. I mean, I don't know what to do. The people of Georgia, for instance, decided that they no longer want to have an election month, right? They said, we only want election day. President Biden said, you're racist. Okay, can you connect those dots? Unconnectable. And then the people of Florida decided they don't want government officials talking to their 5-year-old children about their sexuality. President Biden says, you're bigots. Unconnectable dots, you can't do it, right? I mean, it's just unbelievable. And then in Canada, I want to share this with you. A girl wrote this. Her name is Vicky Gunn. She's an author and an active person with her party. It's called the Christian Heritage Party. They're in Canada. They don't have any seats or anything, but I wish they did because they're so sensible. They really are. Her and the leader and so many other people within the party, they come out with some really good stories. Her story is about marijuana. And she says back in 2018, the prime mistake, he ran on legalizing marijuana. And so many crazy people said, wouldn't that be nice? And Trudeau also said, of course, not only do they get to use it because I used it and it was illegal because I'm a member of Parliament, but that's okay. I broke the law. I'm just sharing with you. But it helps us because look at the tax base. They use some comparables from other states and countries even, and it resulted in zillions of dollars. Nobody's ever heard anything about those since. I mean, all he's done since is raise taxes on everything else. But I'm digressing a little bit, but that's kind of a big issue as well. But back to what Vicky said, she says, hey, back in 2018 and even now, marijuana is good. You can't see a cigarette in a 7-Eleven store. They're hidden behind a curtain, but you can go in to other stores and there's marijuana everywhere saying it's good for your health and cigarettes are bad for your health, blah, blah. But this is what Vicky said. She says, marijuana, what about the economy? Nope. What about fentanyl and all the deaths of fentanyl? Nope. What about housing? Nope. Nothing was as important as legalizing marijuana, and he ran on that, and the people bought in. Did they? Actually, when he won, my numbers will be a little bit of plus minus. I think 26,000 Canadians voted for him as the member of parliament, and I think half of them were immigrants from other countries. And if I'm remembering correctly, 2,000 people who voted for him were white, English-speaking Canadians. 2,000 out of an entire nation, right? That's a political system in Canada kind of messed up. In any event, that's what happens. And Vicky, good on you for bringing it up, because it's true, and it was true then, and it's still true now. They focus on the wrong things. It's all about goofy things like guns. Let's get all the guns away from the honest people. Why? Why are we spending zillions of dollars doing that? On and on it will go. Okay, people. Let's talk about another thing that her and her party also talks about a lot is abortion. But young people aren't having kids anymore. They're just not. I mean, things are changing. The optics have changed. Everything has changed, right? But the Democrats and the Liberals, they champion this idea as not having a child or children as a badge. In some places now they're having abortion Tuesdays. So I get a badge and everything because I had an abortion, because yay, yippee, look at me. I mean, wow, you get to abort a child? I mean, I'm against abortion, except there are some politicians' mothers that I wish would have had one. Oh, that's a bad thing to say. Let me try to pull that back. Hey, come on. Here's one thing for you that's kind of sad, but I don't know, funny. No one got hurt, so we're going to go with the funny part. Here's a guy in Harris County. His car broke down on the highway at about 4 a.m. in the morning, so he dialed 911, and police, come and help me, and medics, everybody come and save me because my car broke down. So paramedics actually arrived to assist him, and he took his gun out and he opened fire on the ambulance. The police say that, there's the funny part. Police say that the man was in mental distress. Do you think? Hey, I'll come back. See ya.